Hello and welcome to Unleashed. I'm your host, Will Bachman, and I'm delighted to welcome Mehdi Frikha, who is building a platform called mzx, which has multiple agents that can be used by knowledge workers. And we're going to talk through several of them. Mehdi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's jump into what are the different agents that you've built? Walk us through what they do.
Yeah, all right, let's start. So mzx.ai is building agents, a crew of agents for all knowledge workers, including all our colleagues in Umbrex network, right? We'll start with Hector, our agent making proposals, brand proposals from any RFP or a short client pitch, right? Even half a page is enough, okay? So I recorded my screen for this demo. So you just send your material, your RFP or your short client pitch. You mention your output language. You mention if you have any preference about the proposal approach, your target, the tone, etc. And you can include your own PowerPoint template, and the agent will provide you with a proposal 100% branded, 100% compliant with, let's say, the consultant's honor. Yeah, starting with context and objectives, then the overall approach, etc. Let me mention here that maybe this product is more targeted towards European, Middle East colleagues, right? So where we build long proposals of 10, 20 pages, sometimes plus, okay? Different from the needs in the North American market, where I'd say proposals client short 2, 3 word pages, right? So we have just to send our material, our template, and the agent will do everything in the background.
So,
Here, tuck,
so,
I click,
so
and we
you
have a live
receive
example.
so you receive the RFP from the client. Okay. And you can say what tone you want, but do you put in here is our firm's approach to doing a whatever it is, a operational turnaround or a customer churn analysis or a commercial due diligence or whatever it has? Like, do you say here is our intellectual property, here is our approach, here's our standard deliverables on this type of project?
Absolutely, we are able to integrate that as part of our enterprise offering. So we start one starting point is the RFP, the client context, of course. The second one is the firm's knowledge, CVs, credentials, etc. And we combine those two sources plus any internet proprietary databases, etc., to generate a full proposal. So the final product, 40, 50 pages, fully branded, and includes all what it takes to win the RFP or to win the project.
All right. Can we put what I'm seeing right now on my screen is a 41 slide PowerPoint output that is the technical proposal for the economic development strategy for AI DOF for a region. Can we put this make available for viewers? Can you send it to me so I can make it available for viewers to take a look at?
Absolutely, we will, and then we can run any topic that you'd like to do. If you want to start with an RFP or a pitch from for your own firm, right?
All right.
So I'm completely open to do that.
All right, so let's examine it. Maybe you could just go through it slide by slide. So we start slide two, context and objectives of the project. Okay, good start. What's slide three is objective of the project is design and
Yes, great.
actionable economic development. So the first slide is here's the context and here's the objectives. Okay, that makes sense. Let's look at the next slide. Okay, here we have one that says the ADIO is pivotal to translating Abu Dhabi's national ambitions into localized investment-ready transformation. Here we have client mandate, regional economic and social context, stakeholder ecosystem. Okay, linkages. All right. So it's kind of giving some context, which the client already
Yeah,
knows. Slide five is global benchmarks, highlight how diversified. So this is giving some global benchmarks. Again, it's just sort of some more context. Slide six.
yeah.
Slide six is here we have another page with some kind of still kind of warming up, kind of warming
Ye-
up our pitch, talking about structural drivers and competitive window and institutional timing. Still not really talking about, it's more just giving context and giving overall like high level introductory stuff. Slide seven.
Yeah,
That's like
Yeah, slide 7.
that's what they asked for. And then here we talk through economic and market risks, environmental spatial constraints, environmental demographic and talent challenges, and a couple more things. I imagine these are all things that the RFP asks to specifically be addressed. So it's like, okay, we're checking the boxes.
Yeah,
Let's go to the next section.
absolutely.
Context and
Yeah.
objectives appendix. Okay, there's a big.
Yeah, so the appendix just for some technical details about the RFP, about the sources that have been used.
All right.
And here we tackle the approach. This is, I
All right.
think, the interesting part.
Yeah. So here we have overall approach of the project. So it's laying out phase A, B, C, D, step one, step two, all the way to step 11. Now, is this something that was right in the RFP itself saying, oh, we want you to have four phases, or did the AI tool, did Hector come up with this four stage, four phase, 11 step approach?
Yeah, so it is automated. So the agent figured out, okay,
Uh,
though we provided a guidance in the email. It's an optional guidance. We can mention if we read the RP in advance and we have a preference on how to structure the approach, I can tell the agent go in auto mode, fine, or do four phases and the phase one should have those steps, etc. So it's fully customizable.
okay. Um, and then we have a section of the option one short versions on the approach. So taking that
Absolutely.
17 steps and then turning that, or the 11 steps now, we're discussing it over 4 pages, going through all the
Yes,
steps. So this is the approach. And then we have a detailed version of the approach, which is like 11
which
pages
is a
of
more detailed,
more detail.
absolutely more detailed version.
Yeah.
Or yeah, so this, I would say for 90% of the clients here, this level of detail is enough, right? And even some of them, I know what I heard as feedback, they recycle the detailed version as a detailed project plan.
Uh,
So nothing is lost, right? And let me here and show you what we do and also some of the shortcomings of the products that exist over the market is that here the attention to details that we have real bullets, right? Real semantic selection of icons, right? The icons reflect the content of the page or the content of the paragraph, right? So this is what the level of detail and the level of, say, quality that we reach, which is 100% consultant compliant, right? So this is the first things that we learn as juniors.
okay. So let's jump past that detailed approach section. What comes after that?
Yeah, that's the end of the proposal
Oh,
for
that's it.
this one that was generated without CVs, without references.
Oh,
This part can be integrated, of course, if we have them upfront from the firm that works with us.
oh, where would you put in? Here's kind of the timeline. Here's the expected investment or fees. Here's you'd have to do that yourself.
Yeah, so now for the timelines covered, can be covered here with the one pager of the approach, right? And then for the fees are not covered in our product. That is purely the technical part, not the commercial or financial part.
Okay. What about things like, here's what we need from the client. Here's what we expect your involvement's going to be. We're going to require you to give us all these different 7 data sources and access to your people and all that kind of stuff. Does it cover any of those sorts of things?
Not covered, so though it is a very good suggestion, so we can include it as a feature, right?
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely something that will take 1 or 2 days maximum.
All right. Okay.
What we
Um,
require this.
all right. Um, yeah, just I mean, I guess I know you're continuing to develop it, so it might be good to have just a placeholder slide in here for, pricing or investment or whatever. Might be good to include a placeholder slide for here's the team, proposed team, and a
Yep,
placeholder for like next steps. Like, okay, they get this proposal, but what are they supposed to do with it? Here's the next steps. Call us up and say that it's confirmed, and then we'll get started.
of
Um,
course.
and one thing that we like to do is have a use of this proposal page. So you could do that as well, which is just a statement that says use of this proposal. This is, proprietary material. It's only for your internal use. It can't be shared with your other advisors. Like you're not allowed to take our proposal and give it to the other consultant and say, do the same thing as those guys did, but just cheaper, right? So some kind of statement like that that says, don't go distributing this proposal. It's our proprietary material.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
disclaimer. Yeah.
So Hector, great. So we looked at Hector, it breaks his proposal, and we'll include a copy of this PowerPoint. This 41 one slide PowerPoint. If listeners, if you go to the show notes, we'll include a link to the permalink page for this website. I mean, for this episode, and we'll have a place to download this file. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. What's the next agent?
All right. So the next one is an agent that translates PowerPoint automatically. Okay. And let me share with you an example. So here we are.
I'm not seeing it. Maybe you're still showing me the PowerPoint. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yeah, yeah,
All
I got
right.
it.
So
So it looks like
yeah.
it's
So
Arabic, I guess.
you yeah. So you see, this is completing and going beyond the generic tool that exists over there, right? So we translate slides and we inject the content in the right place, right? And as we are based in the Middle East, between Dubai and Riyadh, there is a very cool feature that we have, which is the flipping from right to left as we work with languages that are written right to left. And so you see here the difference between the two pages where we have
Wait, wait.
completely, so you
Okay.
see, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it works even for very complex pages.
Let
Look
me
at
see.
that timeline, and
Okay.
boom, completely mirrored right to
Wait, even
left.
even timeline. Oh man, timelines go from
Y-
right to left.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Oh
look at this Gantt chart, which is super complex.
my God.
Okay, and look how beautiful it is.
Oh wow. All right,
Right,
listeners.
that's pretty cool.
Man, this would be a lot of work to not, I mean, the translation is one thing. You can use Google Translate, but to translate the PowerPoint and the design, I mean, we have a Gantt chart. It's completely mirror image. It's like flipped on its head or flipped on its side, I guess, turned around in a mirror. That would be a
Yeah,
lot of work to just recreate that slide. This is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
yeah, and absolutely. Look, and even for a complex slide where
All
you
right.
have, let's say, 40 text boxes,
Oh, sure.
if you use with, yeah, this is a 40 copy paste, right? It will take 10 minutes.
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
Yeah, but then here, one click, you have it.
Wow. I'm like modestly fluent in Spanish, so that would be just, kind of copying and pasting. But if you're trying to go into Arabic, changing it around mirror image, that's a lot of work to change a slide around. So that's pretty neat. I like that.
Yeah, that's a cool feature. And
All right.
then all of this is available in our platform. Let me show it to you.
All right.
So we have multiple products here. The ones that you says the translate. Actually, you can send me, as you are fluent in Spanish, send me 3, 4 pages, right, of PowerPoint, maybe benchmark, nothing confidential,
All
and
right.
let's try the translation, right? It's one click, immediate translation.
All
And so we
right.
have the translation, the beautify, even generate from text. But
Mhm.
let's check together the research report.
Yeah.
So here we can generate in your own template a report about any topic that you have, maybe nuclear submarines, anything that you have in mind. Just tell me, Will.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
do, I want to research about nuclear submarines. So it will take its time. The agent here will try first to understand what's your purpose, what's your intent, what's the so what of your request, right? It's not a generic
Yeah, I mean,
tool
that's a pretty
that,
open-ended request, right? Like,
yeah, don't worry, trust the agent.
all
It
right.
will ask us for refinement. That's it. So want to research? So tell me, you're the expert, Will. Here we need to focus a bit, can be approached from several angles. One technical, historical, economic, and also what's the purpose, what is our target audience. All of those are parameters that we can include so we can have a tailored PowerPoint report that talks about submarines in the way we want. So let me zoom in a bit and you tell me, please, the topic that you want to cover.
All right, sure. So, I mean, if we were going to refine this one, we could say, please please identify and provide an overview of the main manufacturers of main coolant pumps for reactors
of
on
main
the main coolant
fluid
pumps.
pumps,
No, coolant, main
coolant
coolant pumps,
pumps. Yeah.
pumps on for reactors on nuclear powered submarines. Yeah, that would be curious. It'd be interesting to see. Talk about General Electric uh,
All right.
and
Yeah.
Westinghouse.
Any what's the purpose of this? Maybe for benchmark for.
Yeah, the purpose is to consider possible acquisition targets. So let's do that.
Oh, you have a lot of money.
Well, hey, I'm thinking about. I just like to.
All right, so acquisition targets done. So let's see what's the structure. So yeah, and you will see from the way the agent structure the request is that it will be focusing on what's your intent, what you the so what we call a
Mhm.
consultant, right? So here, this is the proposed structure. We will have 15 slides, okay, more or less. We'll talk about the market sizing, okay. So the addressable market value, breakdown of the market into sub-segment. Those are the submarine class or size. Tell me if it is relevant. I
Yeah, it's
guess
pretty
yes.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
nuclear. Yeah, so they got fast attack subs. They got ballistic missile subs. Breaking it down by naval program. Very nice. You know, U.S., UK, France, Russia, China. Yeah.
yeah. Then we have the competitive landscape.
All right.
Okay, including the moat analysis for an acquisition screening perspective.
All right.
Then the trends, key technology. So I guess those are the main, I'd say, constraints: reliability, noise reduction, material seals, monitoring. Okay, predictive maintenance, monitoring diagnostics, and the evolution of reactor design, and then the impact on the cooling and pumps. I guess this makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. That's pretty good.
Yeah, then regulations.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, that's environmental and safety standards. And then value chain, supply chain.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yes, that's cool. Geographic concentration, including political, geopolitical risks. So this is a nice extra. And then recent development in the markets, right, in terms of contract, program awards, cancellations, etc.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Do you agree with the structure of this report?
Yeah, let's go. Let's run it.
Perfect. That's it. Boom.
All
So
right.
it'll take 1 hour. Okay, I think let me check what's going on. Yeah, say accept. And that's it.
All right. All right. So
So
send me the output when it's done, and we'll
I
post it
will.
as well.
Definitely, I will. It is still experimental, but you will be positively surprised as it
All right.
will be in, and we can even do it directly in your own template, right? It will be generated with ours. Okay. But then that's it. It's in progress.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so we talked about the research reports. We talked about the proposal generator. We talked about the translator. Are there any other agents that you have right now?
Yeah, I think so. Look, Will, we have many in the making.
Mm,
And maybe as for even our fellow Umbrex members, if they have a product in mind, something that so it's a repeat report or repeat work that they do, and they think that AI can add value, will be very happy and open to assess any partnership in that direction, right? So
okay.
it could be a market assessment, could be due diligence where, let's say, the work is pretty repetitive, right? So all those things, we have the infrastructure to automate the content generated with AI, then compile it into slides using our compilers.
Okay. So, where can listeners, maybe you should just tell us a little, what's the current pricing structure of your tool? What's the fees that you charge?
Yeah, so for this platform that you are seeing here, it's still closed beta. It's not available in the market yet, and it will be in 4 weeks. And the entry subscription will be at $20. With
Okay,
$20, you can generate 120 slides.
120 slides. Okay. And then if someone wants like to create more reports or whatever more, they need more credits? Can they pay additional fee or how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have, so the entry level will be at $20. We'll have a 100 subscription, and then the enterprise offers for enterprises that want to put more, that we can even deploy in private cloud, right? So all the data will be contained in the firms or the client environment, and nothing will go outside.
All right. Good. So, and remind us again the website if for people to go to sign up. Where would people go to sign up?
Yeah, mzx.ai.
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 So Michael Zulu X-ray.ai. And is the closed beta right at the moment? Is there like a sign up for people who want to be informed once it's available or
Yeah, they can join the waiting list. We'll
waiting?
add that.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
or they can contact me directly as well, right? Especially from the Umbrex network.
All right. Well, if you'd like to put your if you want to shoot me the email address people should use, we'll include that in the show notes.
Of course, I will.
All right, Mehdi. Well, thank you for showing me this tool and congratulations on what you built so far.
Thank you, Will. Thank you very much.